Welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to Canada versus Australia in a international friendly. Canada playing Australia in Montreal at Stade Saputo, the home of CF Montreal. Of course, you know where that is. Starting 11s are as follows. Font Mob does not have them. Of course it doesn't. All right. Let's see. Go MLS.com. Let's see if they have it. Canada, Australia. Let's see. There we go. Let's see if the starting 11s are on here. Okay, here we go. Canada's starting 11. We have Maxime Crepeau, the back four, Richie Laryea, Derek Cornelius, Joel Waterman, Segor. The midfield four of Ali Ahmed, Ishmael Kone, Nathan Saliba, Tejan Buchanan, and up top, Jonathan David and Kyle Larin. For Australia in goal, we have Izzo, the back five of Italiano, Cercati, Milos Dejanek, Burgess, and Kai Rolls. The midfield four of Metcalf, Aiden O'Neill, Ballard, and number 14 and Toure up top. Really? Okay. Oh, that's perfect timing, Font Mob, you jackass website. Starting 11, Maxime Crepeau, Richie Laryea, Derek Cornelius, Joel Waterman, Segor. The midfield four of Ali Ahmed, Nathan Saliba, Ishmael Kone, Tejan Buchanan, Kyle Larin, Jonathan David. For Australia in goal, we have Paul Izzo, the back five of Jacob Italiano, Captain Alessandro Cercati, Milos Dejanek. We have Cameron Burgess and Kai Rolls. For Australia's midfield four, we have Connor Metcalf, Aiden O'Neill. We have Maximilian Ballard and Nestori Irakunda. And up top, we have Mohamed Toure for Australia. All right, there we go. Better. Luckily, today's not a double because Toronto Blue Jays took care of their job. Australia wearing their navy blue, black jerseys with neon pattern. Trinidad up 3-0. Well, that's awesome. I'm happy for y'all. Y'all needed that. 6:30 is the kickoff. Guatemala, Suriname ended 1-1. 3-0 for Trinidad and Tobago, and Curaçao's beating Jamaica 1-0. That's only 24 minutes, I'm sure. And then El Salvador, Panama plays at 8. We'll keep an eye on those scores as this goes. I'm doing good, Daniel. I'm doing good. Montreal's where Australia and Canada are playing. And they will begin soon. How's this friendly going to go? I hope it goes well. Very rotated 11 from Australia, though. If you look at their bench, we have Matty Ryan, we have Hrustic, Devlin, Yazbek, Duke, Mitchell Duke. Honestly, their squad's a little bit, you know what? Interesting. It's interesting. Aiden O'Neill's starting. Yep, he's in the starting 11. Interesting squad from Australia. Not many names you would recognize. If you're just popping your head in, I should say, which honestly I'll admit that's where we are right now. That's where I am right now, is popping my head in. But Kyle Rolls, Dejanek, O'Neal. I only recognize O'Neal because he plays for New York City FC. Same as Daniel. Of course, on the bench, you have Matty Ryan, Hrustic, Devlin, Patrick Yazbek. Again, another MLSer that I recognize. Nashville for him. And Mitchell Duke. Interesting. Interesting 11. I hope Canada gives more respect to it than I do. Here we go. Team should be walking out any second now. Man, I hope this stream ain't like 30 minutes behind. Holy hell. Holy hell. Or like even 5. Dear God. Thank Fox Sports. If I'm behind and you're pissed off about it, thank Fox Sports because they'd rather show horse racing on Fox Sports 1. The baseball's not even on Fox Sports 1 today. It's on the regular Fox. U20 World Cup games aren't even on. And Fox has the rights to show Canada's friendlies, and they didn't live. When there's nothing else on, who cares? Who cares about, I mean, I like horse racing, but not over football. Like, I mean, yeah, I like going to the horse track. I haven't in a while. It's been a long time. But you know. Come on. Fox, you got to do better than that. But then again, you tell CONCACAF to get stuffed every time there's a stupid bullshit March Madness game. So what do I know? Australia versus Canada. At least we're getting it watched. What's your score prediction? For me, I'm going to go Canada 3-2. A Canada win, but 3-2. Feel like Australia's going to put up a fight. And teams are walking out, and here we go. It's Stade Saputo, Canada versus Australia. I hope so. But we are friendly FC, so the one time I'm happy to see a match at Stade Saputo before the result even comes in is when Canada plays at Stade Saputo. Bienvenue, Montreal. Bienvenue, Montreal. Bienvenue. Salut, ça va? Anthems will be played. I might be a minute or two behind, just fair warning. I have to watch third party, so if I'm a little bit behind, you know, do that what you will. Anthems to be played. Go Canada, go. Curacao beating Jamaica 1-0. I know, I've been looking at the scores. And the first anthem to be played is Australia's. Oh, no, they're giving awards like always. Come on, Canada Soccer. Tajon Buchanan's getting an award before they play the anthems. Canada Soccer loves giving out awards at home games. And you know what? Deserved. I don't know what it would be now. I bet it's Caps. Because it's freaking October. I bet it's Caps. I bet. Like player of the year and all that, get it. But good for Tajon. Whatever it is. And Australia's anthem is first. If I'm a little bit behind, it's called I'm watching on a third-party stream. How we doing, Dillon? So just bear with me. At least I'm watching the game. No spoilers. Fight the urge to say any spoilers, even though it's a friendly. Fight the urge. Fight the urge. I'll make the streams for the rest of the weekend. I'll make the streams for the rest of the weekend after I make the review for the video today. When it comes down to it, tomorrow we will do the Argentina-Mexico U20 World Cup game. Sunday we'll do both Morocco-USA U20 World Cup and Blue Jays versus Seattle or Detroit, whoever that ALCS game's against. Monday is CONCACAF. Tuesday's Canada. Yeah, they can't even play. It's also Italy U20 losing to the USA. I'm not happy about it. I'm pissed. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us commend. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. All right. How quaint. I'm honestly pissed. No. Soon, no. Will I at some point? Probably. Whether that's because I ever own a farm or just because somebody wants me to go horseback riding with them. Yeah. But soon, I wouldn't say soon. I wouldn't say soon, but Street Profits and Nakamura got their old themes back. Thank God. Def Rebel sucks. All right. So if I'm a little bit behind, just bear with me. I'm watching on a third-party stream. Lerner overpromise or Tanny, I don't know about that. Yeah, no, I want to scream. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing, Jesse? Jesus Christ. Like, why are we still giving Laren chances? Starting 11, Maxime Crepeau, Waterman, Kone, Laren, David, Cornelius, Buchanan, Saliba, Ahmed, Larea, Segor for Canada is our starting 11. I really wish Tanny or Promise were starting, but you know what? Hey, at least Crepeau is starting, so I can't totally complain, right? By the way, Luka Gavrin's on the bench. He replaced Panamis. He won't play unless somebody gets hurt. I wish Gavrin would play. He's probably better than Dane St. Clair. Starting 11 for Australia. Paul Izzo, Dejanek, Rolls, Metcalf, Torre, O'Neill, Iracunda, Ballard, Italiano, Burgess, and Circati for Australia. Patrick Gazbeck is on the bench. So MLSer is on the bench. MLSer is starting. And we will begin. Australia wearing their black jerseys with neon trim. Canada wearing their red jersey. I don't know why we're starting Laren. I swear to God. At least it's a friendly, right? I I like Australia's away jersey. That's nice. I do. The neon trim, that's cool. I like neon. Let's go, Canada. I'm from Montreal, Quebec. Salut, ça va? Salut, ça va? Bienvenue. Bienvenue. Bienvenue, mon frère. At least for today. At least for today. At least for today, you are my friend. When it comes back to club football, you are not. And we're off. You're not my friend when it comes to club football, but today you're my friend. But the game is being played in Montreal. So either you're there and watching this or you're watching from home. When either way, it works. And we're off 0-0. Yeah, he's bad news. He's not good anymore. And we're off. We're about 40 seconds behind on my end, but I'm not surprised. But playing forward. At least when it comes to Toronto and Montreal, at least we have club football where we could be friends. You like the Whitecaps. That's okay. That you must have just. I know Saputo's a jackass and he really doesn't care about the city, but okay, or the Impact for that matter. Okay, that's weird. That's like somebody from Starkville Oxford saying, no, I'm a Southern Miss fan. I don't root for Ole Miss. I'm like, what? Cross in. You're from Oxford though. Why are you rooting for the redheaded stepchild? Well, I mean, if you're talking about it being Canada, sure, but why wouldn't you pick somebody who's Quebecois for that? You know, like, or at least somebody the Quebecois would like, I don't know, Gary Carter. Gary Carter. Vladdy Sr. Well, they love Vladdy Jr. too, but Vladdy Sr. was the one who played in Montreal. Well, Vladdy Jr. is a Montrealer. Yeah, that is true. He was born there. That is true. This is true. 3 minutes in. This is true. Now, I need to know how you're a Whitecaps fan. That's crazy. Like, that's just shocking. I'm in Montreal, but I'm a Whitecaps fan. What? I need to know. Holy crap, how'd that happen? Holy crap, how'd that happen? Buchanan playing forward. Tajon Buchanan with a cross. He goes down the box. He goes down the box. No penalty. Huh? No penalty. No penalty. Oh, that's... oh, what? No way. No way. No. Horrible call. Oh, that tackle was honestly... Now that you're slowing it down, actually, that tackle was perfect. Actually, you know what? Fine. No, I'm not mad about it anymore. That's a perfect tackle. Corner. 4 minutes in. Australia has the ball. Montreal FC, no good. Okay, yeah, I figured that would be the case. Protesting against the Impact or CF Montreal. Got it. And Saputo. Got it. Pretty much. Got it. Got it. Hopefully you're also going to root for the CPL team coming to Quebec next year. Supra. Montreal, Laval. That's a Montreal club, but Laval. But yeah, hopefully. I mean, I think if that's the point, being mad about how Saputo's treating CF Montreal, yeah, you should also root for the new CPL club next year. in my opinion. But 5 minutes in, of course, still, if you want to root for the Whitecaps, go ahead. But I have to say, though, it does kind of make me wonder why Toronto FC fans don't go to more York United games or Hamilton Forge games. Like, that is a point. That is a good point because, you know, it makes me wonder because, I mean, Toronto's been playing forward 6 minutes in, 0-0. Canada's playing well, solidly, up the pitch. And Oluwaseyi would have got to the end of that, but no, Laren wouldn't. And he didn't. Throw in for Canada. Playing forward. Buchanan loses the ball. Playing forward. Nil-nil, 7 minutes in. Memories. Memories. Playing forward. Goal kick here for, free kick for Canada. Okay, free kick for Canada. There we go. Goalie, that's a weird stance. That's a weird stance from the goalie. And Laren blows it again. Dear God. Can we stop playing him? Can we stop playing Laren? Jesus Christ. 8 minutes in. That was a perfect play. That was a perfect play in. What are we doing? Can we stop playing him? That was a perfect ball in. Can we stop playing Laren? Jesus Christ. How much more do we have to see? Oluwaseyi promised would have got the header on that. That was a perfect ball in. That was all Laren. Can we stop playing him? My God, what else do we have to see, Jesse? I don't know what's worse. Your insistence on playing frickin' Dane St. Clair or your insistence on playing Laren? Like, I get Laren was there on the way up. I get that. But sometimes it's not about keeping the guy in there that got you there. Sometimes you got to make the right decision. And God, I know it's a friendly, but what if we had that in a World Cup? That ball was perfect. That was a perfect ball in. That's all on Laren. I'm sorry. That's all on him. You can't. No. I swear they must be buddies. Yeah, Jesse's only been here about a year. I don't think. I mean, yeah, that's some to build a relationship with a player, but also the fact that Laren's been the top scorer for a long time before David. I think it's more his history than anything else. Ahmed, and he's offside. Canada's next game is against Colombia in a couple of days. Canada plays Colombia. And it's still 3-0 Trinidad. Trinidad will be beating Bermuda. Curaçao's still beating Jamaica at the half. At the half, Comencia scored for Curaçao. Let's look at the table of that group. Jamaica is second place now. They play Bermuda next, though. They play Bermuda next, though. So that's good news. Trinidad has 4 points. They play Curaçao next on the road. That's amazing news. That's amazing news. Let's see if Jamaica could get a point out of this. How we doing, Rory? So Colombia versus Canada on Tuesday, I would believe. Canada plays on Tuesday. 7 p.m. against Colombia in New Jersey. And we're the home team? We're the home team. What? I thought we were supposed to be the road team for Colombia playing against. Or Jamaica struggling. Curaçao's solid, that's why. Dude, this is the same team that tied Canada at the Gold Cup. You were saying they're really good. You're saying that means a lot. You were saying that means a lot if they could tie Canada. They must be really good. They must be solid. They are, I'm just saying. Don't forget what you're... don't forget how you were trying to gaslight me during the Gold Cup, okay? I mean, Curaçao is a solid team, but you were trying to play them as much better than they are. If they could draw Canada, they certainly could beat Jamaica. Cross in and head it away. That one was a good defensive play. And Saliba shot wide. They're good, you know. This game's being played in Montreal. Canada versus Australia is being played at Stade Saputo. When they're playing Colombia, that's at Red Bull Arena in New Jersey. Now Sports Illustrated Stadium, but it'll always be Red Bull Arena to me. Always. It will always be Red Bull Arena. It will never not be Red Bull Arena. Always Red Bull Arena. Da, 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 da. Max Verstappen. Da, 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 da. Yeah. Perfect timing, I agree. We'll be live for the Jays game on Sunday. Monday, I'll do a unadvertised double. So we'll focus on the CONCACAF World Cup Honduras game, and I'll keep the Jays game on the TV for as long as the Honduras game goes. Then Wednesday, we'll be live for the Jays game, game 3. I'll have my streams up for up till Tuesday, up after this game's over. Don't worry. But thank you. No, just don't call him up. Actually, no, just don't call him up. Like, I like Jesse, but there are some things that just make me wonder. You know, there are just some things that make me wonder. It's not all roses and sunflowers and puppies anymore like it was during the Copa America. There are some things that make me wonder, and Kyle Aaron's one of them. Even though I was saying he was trash during the Copa, but we still found a way to win. Gold Cup we needed to win that or something this year, and it pissed me off, so it's not the same. Oh, but we're Friendly FC, though. Don't worry. We're Friendly FC, though. Don't worry. Don't worry. Again, Kyle Aaron should not even be called up. We have promised David and Tanya Luache. If you want a second striker, there they are. The only way Kyle Aaron should be on the squad and starting is if they both have ACL injuries or Achilles injuries. If you could shoot them up with cortisone, you play them. If they can't walk, that's how they don't play. They can play with a broken arm too, in my opinion. And that's going to be played away. Canada's playing well. This Australia team, I feel like it's a little bit rotated, but I don't know if Coach Popovich is trying to look at these players for the World Cup. Playing forward. Here's a chance. Good defensive play by Cornelius. That's a corner for Australia. Their first really big chance, and Torre plays it right to the legs of Cornelius. I'm a little bit behind. Well, not now, no. Buchanan. Camera's on him. Corner. Huh. Corner, 15 minutes, 0-0. Sometimes it just ain't your night. Oh, and Costa Rica's, they seem to be on defensively last night, if that's what you're asking about. They seem to be very good defensively last night, comparatively to other games they've played during the World Cup qualifiers and Gold Cup. They've had 5 straight draws, though. So even when they allow goals, they still draw. Halftime between Curacao and Jamaica, 1-0. Trinidad should end up winning 3-0 against Bermuda. They're playing, let me see, are they playing in Bermuda? I could have sworn there was a tropical. So they are. Let me check the National Hurricane Center website. Oh, okay, that was weird. Here we go. 16 minutes, 0-0. Not yet, no, but Hurricane Tropical Storm Jerry should go near Bermuda. Should. But that's Sunday. Okay, so they got this. And they're on the road for their next one, I would presume. Okay, so not now. It's just going to stay a tropical storm. Okay. Could be worse. Playing forward. 17 minutes. Yeah, Feyenoord saw something. Bermuda, let's see. Their next game is on the road to Jamaica, so no problem there. No problem there with Tropical Storm. Okay, no problem there. They play Curacao at home and Trinidad on the road to finish out in November. Okay. 18 minutes in. 17 minutes in. Playing forward. Canada's doing well, I think. Yeah, it's not perfect, but Canada's doing pretty well, all things considered. Do you think Mexico's going to beat Ecuador when Ecuador didn't bring most of their best stars? Yeah, I would say Mexico would win. I mean, they did well against the Asian teams. They did well against Jamaica and South Korea for the most part. I think Mexico, even with Ecuador's best stars, is probably still slightly better on paper. So I think they're in a good position, all things considered. 18 minutes in, 0-0. Player down, hurt. Yeah, about 40 seconds. Okay, if we go by font mob, so it could be about 30. Which part? Which part? Okay. All right, let's bring that up as well. Boom. It's time to bring that up. We'll keep an eye on the Mariners game as well. Tigers-Mariners game as well, as long as I can, and then I'll watch the rest of it. Mexico over Ecuador, okay. But they're not bringing their stars, but I didn't say by much. I said slightly if it was best v best, but on paper, that doesn't mean anything. Like, I mean, hey, my predictions were basically on paper. Look at what's going on in the CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers. It's still going off the rails. Well, except for Haiti. Except for Haiti. Suriname drew Guatemala. Guatemala is ass right now. Let me be real. Guatemala is ass right now. I do not owe no Infantinos at this game. And he's talking to Mark Carney, the Prime Minister. I mean, Canada is the host of a World Cup, but bro, I'm at the Canada game with Prime Minister Carney, bro. Bro, playing forward is Canada. That's out for a throw. The joke, by the way, is if you've never watched Freedom Tunes, look up the episode where they were talking about the wealth tax, Freedom Tunes wealth tax. Infantino looks like one of those eggheads on that Freedom Tunes episode that just keeps spouting, bro. He does, though. I mean, Tata's honestly better than Cherundolo at this point. I think it's a good appointment. I'm kind of surprised because he left Miami for family reasons. I guess either it's better now or he just didn't want to be in Miami, or they told him, oh, no, we're firing you, but we'll just use family reasons as a reason. 51% possession to 49% possession. I don't know. But either way, I mean, it's a good pick. I mean, if they were going to go with somebody, I'm not surprised they went with Tata, but I would have thought maybe they would go with somebody on Cherundolo's staff, like Ante Razov or Mark DeSantos. But Tata, I get it. And honestly, I don't think it's a bad pick either. So it's interesting, but we'll see. Playing forward. The Mooses versus the Kangaroos. Actually, I got a better one. The Ron Anderson versus Oscar Piastri derby. Because I think all these players believe they're hype, but they are well trained in comparison to a lot of under 20, under 23 players from other countries. They only start hitting a wall developmentally, and this also stands for the USA and Canada, once they get to like senior levels, and it's weird. Like they don't move quick enough, or they don't get allowed to move by their main team or anything like that. Like Canteras in Mexico and the USA aren't bad, but these players need to move to do better on the senior level. But coming from academies, I think the CONCACAF countries do have solid academies. There are solid academies to pick players from comparatively to the rest of the world. But senior football doesn't run on that. Like, I mean, these players pick up hype for a reason. It's not like it's just hope and cope. They get hype for a reason. 24 minutes. Headed away. Australia's defending well, but like, look at the USA. If they beat Morocco, in theory, you could say that the USA is going to have a very good Olympic team for the next Olympics, because these U20 players will be going to the Olympics if they're healthy, right? The USA will be at the 2028 Olympics for men's football because the USA hosts the Olympics. They will be there. If the hell, you can say it now, but if the USA beats Morocco, which will be live for that game because it comes on before the Jays game, enough time in between where I could do both. Either way, Morocco, USA did pretty well last year during the Olympics, so let's do it again, right? Either way, free kick for Canada. In my opinion, if the USA beats Morocco, you could say that the USA will have a very good Olympic team for the 2028 LA Olympics. They will. Because these players that are playing at the U20 World Cup will still be under 23 when the Olympics come around in 2028. Yeah. Of course, you'll have to add 3 over 23 players, but playing forward saved. I think, yeah, there's only going to be 12 men's teams at the Olympics next year. Or 2020 next time. I think there's 16 women's teams. What was Mexico's greatest squad? Ooh. 2014 World Cup. Now, of course, the lead up, the qualifiers, no, but the 2014 World Cup itself, yes. Because they should have went further. They did. They got screwed. Let's not forget that. 2014 World Cup. 26 minutes. 0-0. That 2014 World Cup squad was their best squad. Unless you want me to say the London 2012 Olympic gold medal team. But I don't think that was your question. But either way. 0-0. Canada's playing well. They look like the better team to me, if I'm being real. But 0-0, 27 minutes. Good steal. But Canada plays forward. Australia is man-marking heavily. Yeah, of course they would have. Playing forward. That's out for a corner. Yeah, Mexico would have beat Costa Rica. What normally happens in CONCACAF? Like, I think we know enough to know that Mexico would beat Costa Rica at the World Cup if they would have made it past the Netherlands. I think it's a stupid question to say, like there's any question about it. Cross in. Oh. Header. It's past the post, save. That'd be a goal kick. I was like, shit, did Detroit already hit a home run? No, it was just a replay. I want Detroit to win over the Mariners. I think the Mariners will win, but I want Detroit to win. It'd be easier for the Blue Jays. The Detroit Tigers will be an easier series for the Toronto Blue Jays, and frankly, that's what I want. Hmm. 29 minutes. It's out for a throw-in. I want the easier series, frankly. I think Mexico would have scored goals on Costa Rica, but even then, I still think Mexico would have had a better penalty shootout than Costa Rica as well. I didn't say it'd be easy. I never said it'd be easy either. 29 minutes, 0-0. Strike. Keep an eye on it. I say Detroit Lions 42, Kansas City 17. Carpenter. Oh, an error by Crawford. Infield single for Kerry Carpenter. There's a chance, Buchanan. What a save by Izzo. Dude, that was amazing. Yes. Yes, I do. 30th minute. Man, I cannot. Well, that's a bad start for the Mariners. Could that be a sign? Why is football so weird this season? I don't know. Because it is. I can't put my finger on it. I don't care. As long as the Toronto Blue Jays win the World Series, I really could care less right now. Let's see if it stays weird until like November when there's nothing else to really talk about besides the MLS playoffs. Well, I guess hockey as well, but I'm not saying I don't care about hockey in frickin' November, but you know, I care way more about hockey after the turn of the year. I will be totally honest. Whether I cover it or just like I may watch, I'll watch a Leafs game here and there before the turn of the year, but cover it, probably not because I'm busy. So, I mean, hey, October, November, and even early December are pretty busy. Then I have the freaking Christmas break and all that, so on the channel. So I'll watch some Leafs games for the turn of the year, probably. Cover them? Probably no. World Juniors and Leafs, I'll probably start January by covering those for sure. 31st minute. That'll be a double play. No, they only got one. Playing forward is Buchanan, 31st minute. Blocked away. .32 minutes. 0-0. Canada's playing well, but Australia's defending like freaking mad dogs. Respectable. Random player take time, Joel Waterman. I think Joel Waterman's a solid center back. I think he's got good height. He has good pace. He knows where to play the ball. Very good on the ball. Very good making decisions on where to track back, challenge the man. I think he's talented. I think he's underrated, really. I think he's better off on Chicago because they're in the playoffs, and Greg Berhalter's doing well with the Fire. I wish he was in Europe. I think Waterman could play at a championship level or something. That'll be a throw-in for Canada. I think he's underrated. I think he is a very underrated player, Joel Waterman. Very underrated. Very underrated player. It's out for a throw-in for Larea. Yes, I said yes, damn it. Mexico would have beat Switzerland in 2018, yes. Panama 2-0. Panama wins 2-0. Australia's just playing like Corsi baseball, or football, I should say. For the Australian people who may be watching this, Corsi is a hockey stat where you basically make a shell over the goalie. Basically, it's how much does the defense protect the goalie? How much do you basically allow the game to come to the front of your net, but not allow a goal? It's what Leafs teams were built on the early 2010s when they had freaking Randy Carlyle as their coach. And it works in football too, because, I mean, look at what Australia's doing. They're playing a Corsi game right now. They're making a shell in front of their net. Like, once Canada's attacking, they're just stuffing the box and just covering the net. And Izzo's made some really good saves as well. Like, I think Australia, they're staying very tight. They're staying very compact. Like, the way I could explain this is they're basically playing a Corsi football game instead of a hockey game. I respect it, though. Canada needs some work on breaking down a low block anyway, I would say. It reminds me of the Gold Cup. I hate it. And that's going to be saved by Izzo. And Kone didn't even take the shot. He just pushed it on. I can for sure see that. Like, after the Gold Cup, you know what? Canada needs some work against a low block. I don't know if they'll see one at the World Cup, but if they see Australia again, this might be helpful. Cross in, header. Headed away. That'll be a free kick for Australia. Foul on the play. 0-0, 35th minute. I mean, I have to say, I like the way Australia, they're playing tough. Like, Kone never had a chance to really shoot. Kai rolls, pulls it away, and puts it to a position where the goalie could save it, but almost. That could have been an own goal. Almost a disaster. High octane. Canada has 118 passes in the opponent's half. Australia has 36. Not shocking the way this game is going. Canada looks good. Now, you want them to finish, but they look good. They look like the better team. Buchanan gets fouled. That'll be a free kick for Canada. 36th minute. Well, yeah, true. I can't make the streams until we know who wins the Detroit-Seattle game. That is true. It might take me a while to make the streams for the rest up till Tuesday. Depending on how long the Seattle-Detroit game takes after this one's over. So it might take a little bit. Because the winner of this plays Toronto, and we will be streaming an ALCS game. So either way. Oof. He didn't go. Free kick for Canada, 1 foul to 5. Australia's been very tough. Like, this is a perfect game to actually test your header. Save. I thought Sweden was solid. I thought Sweden was a better team than Switzerland, in my opinion, at the time. I think Mexico would have, and I think they would have matched up better against Switzerland anyway. I don't think they matched up well against Sweden. Like, Sweden, even without Zlatan, Mexico did not match up well with at the time. They would have matched up better against Switzerland. You could call it a choke because you're a Mexico fan, but I don't think they matched up well with them at all. You have to look, I know on paper's a thing, but you have to look at how the teams match up. Like, don't be a Yankee fan. You know, we're going to go there. Don't be a New York Yankee fan. Don't be them. Don't be them, Blitzo. Look at how, like, if you actually looked at how the Blue Jays and the Yankees matched up this year, you would know the Yankees were going to get their shit rocked by the Blue Jays. Why was I not afraid of the Yankees? Why was I talking shit? Like, what did I say about that series? Everything that happened. Well, except the bullpen game actually being the one the Jays won. But everything up until the bullpen game happened. 3-0 for Trinidad with goals from Spicer Seeley and Kobe Henry of all MLS players. Well, good for y'all. I'm happy. You needed that. 38th minute free kick for Canada. Well, Germany was a better team than Sweden. Well, on paper as well. They play the games for a reason. But Germany, they were fighting for their life at the time, one. Second of all, they still had the defending world champion team on paper, second. Third of all, there's still the height. Their height differential was a lot smaller. Like, when shorter players are playing a bunch of Vikings, doesn't measure up well. Doesn't measure up well. Jamaica losing 1-0 right now. I agree, yeah. Playing forward, ball crossed in. Header for Canada, and Buchanan gets nothing out of it. Goal kick for Australia, 39th minute. Cal Raleigh gets a hit off of Tyrese Ball. Cal Raleigh gets a hit off of Tyrese Ball. I know. They're a solid team. 40th minute. Frankly, I'm kind of glad the way yesterday played out. I would have looked like an asshole with this Curacao-Jamaica game the way it's playing out. I've been like, yeah, Curacao and Jamaica are a solid team. Curaçao's a solid team, but Jamaica, they finally found it offensively. No, they haven't. They had a really good month. It is. And Panama's the better team. Dude, El Salvador lost to Suriname. Panama's better than Suriname on paper. If El Salvador beats Suriname as well as beating Guatemala, I would agree with you. They could beat Panama. They could find a way. It's called they lost to Suriname. They lost to Suriname at home, by the way. They beat Guatemala on the road just to lose to Suriname. And Suriname's a good team. I'm not saying they aren't, but let's be right here. You lost at home already, and now you're playing the fourth best team in CONCACAF. I know they don't look like it after September, but things can change quickly. Polanco pops it back. I have game versus them after. Panama's been dreadful, so maybe a draw. I don't think they look as dreadful as they did in September. I just don't believe that. I'm sorry. I do not believe it. Free kick for Canada. That was a horrible month. Who's the Canada of Asia and who's the Canada of AFCON? Recently solid. Enjoyable team who's actually winning things. Regrettably, I honestly think maybe a little bit more defensively, but Australia is the Canada of Asia. And they're also a Commonwealth country. But, I like that pick. Saved by Izzo. Shot by Buchanan, saved by Izzo. I'm going to go with it. I know Australia's a little bit more defensively minded, but when they're clicking on all cylinders, they've been good for a little while longer, but I'm going to go with Australia. I'm going to go with Australia being Canada of Asia. Africa, you know what? I'm going to go with it. They may be a little bit more defensive, but they're winning games they probably should. Morocco. And they've kind of built up around the same time as us. Morocco is Africa. Canada is the Morocco of Africa. Morocco's the Canada of Africa. Yeah, we'll go with it. I like those picks. I really don't want to compare us to Qatar. Yeah, I want 2 hours of my life back. 43rd minute, 0-0. And Skubal gets out of the inning, only giving up a hit. So Mariners and Tigers on similar terms. During halftime, are you going to do more baseball coverage? Yeah, probably. I'll have a little bit of that's probably what we'll focus on at half after I talk about the half and get a Coke. Yeah. Playing forward. 2 minutes to go. I mean, this game, the winner plays the Blue Jays. Of course it matters. Seattle and Detroit. I want Detroit, though. It'll probably be Seattle, but I want Detroit. That'll be much easier. I think we could beat both, but Detroit would be much easier. Especially during a 7-game series. Over the top, Buchanan makes a run. Running straight to the defender, but Buchanan, why didn't he take the shot? Corner. It's hypocritical. It's hypocritical. It's hypocritical, Blitzo. It is. Because if one's committing war crimes, and that's why you ban them from FIFA, the other's committing war crimes, why don't you ban them? And let's be real, if you're banning countries for war crimes, why is the USA even hosting the World Cup? Seems like they just wanted to punish Russia for being Russia, like it was the freaking 80s or something. I don't know. Russia's the evil one, and certain countries can get away with their evils. Canada game, not. I'm doing both. Well, I'm watching the other. It's a mini double. It's an unadvertised double. It was always going to be this way. If the Blue Jays were playing, it would have been a full double, but they got their job done. Cross in. I've been actually talking about the Canada game, though, unlike yesterday, so let it be. This is actually at least interesting for a 0-0 draw. Ball crossed in. Saved. This Izzo guy is good. Jesus Christ. 45th minute. Besides at halftime, what else can I do? Like I talk about the stats and wait for like 10 minutes. That's true. 45th minute. Fun to watch Italy troll. The end of that Italy game was absolutely hilarious. That was absolutely hilarious. Italy just trolled the shit out of them. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. Forza Italia. Forza Italia. I know we probably go into the playoff, but Forza Italia. Do you like Sami Zayn's open challenges? Yes. Cross in. Dude, the only way I would be in is if there was a draft. And then I'd be the real life private joker. Like, I'd be the one with Born to Kill on my helmet with a peace sign on my helmet. Talking about the duality of man. I'd be the real life private joker. Dude, if there was a draft, I'd be the real life private joker. Like, I would totally, if there was a draft, I'd totally do up my helmet like private joker. Yeah, of course. Born to Kill with a peace sign on my peace button on my helmet. That seems like my sense of humor anyway, but either way, playing forward, dude, the only way is a draft. And even then, well, no, halftime, we'll take a short break, talk about the stats, get this one going 0-0 at the half. No. Never. I respect the Marines. I respect the people who go in. I'd sell my damn soul. Even if there was a draft, I'd probably rather be in a freaking concrete room than be. But either way. No, he's saying how much would I take from him? Like, how much do I want to be paid to do it? Like a day or something. I agree. I think we'll be better off if they do. We'll take a short break to have to talk about the stats, get this one going, sit tight, 0-0. We'll be back. We're back for the stats at the half. We got 56% possession to 44% possession, 7 shots to 1, 2 shots on goal to 0, 210 accurate passes, 85% to 159, 81%. Pass accuracy, 3 fouls to 7, 3 corners to 1, 7 shots to 1, 2 shots on goal to 0. We got 247 pass to 196, 85% pass accuracy to 81% pass accuracy, 11 throws to 13, 1 offside to 0, 1 yellow card to 1, 0 red cards to 0, and it's 0-0 at the half. And I think Canada's playing well. I think Canada is the better team. I think the big story of Australia is the fact they're basically playing a very defensive, tight, coursey shell of a game. They are just dumping everybody into the box. Once Canada gets possession, and they've had a lot of it, in the final third, they just dump everybody into the box. Just dump everybody into the box. It's a tight, tight squeeze. And, it's a good way to play. It's teaching us how to play against a low block, if not just a complete traffic cone setup. It's an interesting idea. I think Canada, they've had some very quality chances. I think they probably should have scored. I think if we had Promise or Tenny Luashei on for the second half or the first half, we would have had the lead. And Tajon Buchanan, there have been some shots as to where Izzo, the keeper for Australia, he's made a lot of great saves. If it has gotten past that defense, he's made a lot of great saves. Very, very good keeper. He has an unorthodox style, but he's a very good keeper. I think Australia defensively, perfect. Canada offensively, they're trying to take shots. They're trying to punch through that wall, but they're going to need a damn wrecking ball at this point. Hopefully, Tanny or Promise could be that. I think they can be. But for me, I think Canada's the better team, but Australia is definitely keeping this game very, very tight. And they're figuring it out. It's not like they haven't. They are figuring it out, but they also are very much struggling at the same time. It's like they're starting to find some room and positioning, but they're also struggling as well. So I like what Canada's doing. I think they should win this game 1-0 at the very least, but in the end, Australia's given a damn fight, and I respect that. But that's what you expected of Australia. You expect a fight. You expect a war out of Australia. That's their mentality. The mentality of Australians is war, is a fight, is tough. Yes, at some point they will. Damn. They did not even notice. Josh Naylor stole third for the Mariners. Oof. They only have one out, Detroit, on Seattle in the second. Second slowest sprint speed in the major leagues, and he had a stolen base. God, you're going to lose. That way you're going to lose. 2-2. I would hope in some way at some point, yeah. I would hope that's in my future. I would hope. That's a pop-up for Garver, and that's going to be a sac fly. That will score a run for the Mariners. 1-0 Seattle. Sac fly scores a run. Oh, A-League commercial. Let's see if Detroit can get it back. Mariners have a 1-0 lead. Yep, I have my eyes on it. Naylor stole third. Sack fly, bring him home. Sack fly from Garver. Mitch Garver brought home Naylor. Robles pops it up. Foul. 0-2 on him from Scooble. See if Detroit could get it back. Strikeout. Scooble strikes out Robles, and it's 1-0 Seattle after 2. Detroit's going to have to do some work to get the equal, get the tie, get the lead back. Horrible throw, kept the third baseman off the bag, but he wouldn't have tagged him out anyway, even if he was on the bag. At least he didn't sail the throw. Well, he came home anyway. It doesn't really matter. I was like, at least he didn't sail the throw out to like left field, but then again, he would have came home anyway, so. I guess you were Tyrese Ball. You were hoping strike out Garver, strike out Robles, or strike out Garver, fly out Robles, or something like that instead of fly out Garver, strike out Robles. But when you have 2 outs and 1 out and a man on third, it's very hard, even if you're Tyrese Ball, to not let a run come home. If there's a runner 90 feet away, it's hard to keep them from coming home. Because then you have to play for the strikeout or a ground out. Playing for a ground out is dangerous because if you don't have the good defense defensively up the middle, there's a run. So, you have to play for the strikeout, then any out. In the situation he was in, you have to play for the strikeout and any out. Now, Garver was on 2 strikes, but he got contact on the ball, flew it out to deep center. It's exactly what you need. And they didn't even try to throw. They didn't even try. They wouldn't have got him, but they didn't even try to challenge him on the throw, which is crazy. But understandable. I mean, that center field at Safeco is deep. Like, that center field is deep. It's a good one, Risklander. Good one. Same. It's like, and the second half has begun. No, I think that was the yellow card, actually. 46 seconds to the second half. Here we go. USA versus Ecuador. Pedro Vite almost scored against the USA. They almost let Pedro Vite score on them. Put your heads back down. I think they might have Scooble's number. And the second half, here we go. I think the Mariners might have Scooble's number. Honestly, they might actually have his number. 2-0 Curacao. They're going to win that game. Jamaica just bottled it. Holy shit, what is going on in CONCACAF? My God. It is actually weird. I'm not even going to lie. CONCACAF World Cup qualifying is an absolute madhouse. Like, it is unexpected. Like, nothing that's been expected in round 3 has happened. Nothing. Not a thing. Panama looked like shit last month. Suriname topped the group. El Salvador beat Guatemala. Guatemala looks like shit. Suriname still looks good. Jamaica, even though they found it, looks like they lost it again. Curacao is still good, but, you know, Curaçao's still solid, but, you know, teams are walking out. Here we go. Like, seriously, nothing, and I mean nothing, is going like expected at all. Nothing. This is a freaking nut house. Oh, yeah, Honduras and Costa Rica. None of them wants the first place spot. Haiti might actually. The way that they two played, the way that Honduras and Costa Rica played, Laren's still in there. The way that Costa Rica and Honduras played, neither of them want to go to the World Cup. Haiti might actually go to the World Cup. God. I know it's only halfway through, but Jesus Christ. Round 3 is a madhouse. Tigers. Foul off by Baez. Playing forward. Horrible giveaway by Saliba, and we're off in the second half. Brown LFC is probably pissed off. Yeah, I wouldn't blame him, though. Should be. I mean, Curaçao's a good team, and you're playing in Curaçao, and Baez just struck out to Kirby. That was going into the dirt. What are you doing? Playing forward. That was going into the dirt. Why would you swing at that? Yeah, Detroit's desperate. Detroit is desperate now. They are desperate. 46th minute. I guess it might just be Toronto versus Seattle. Well, revenge for 2022. Here we go. Can Canada score tonight? I say they can. Free kick for Australia. And Carpenter will get a hit. Kerry Carpenter goes 2 for 2. The rest of their team is ass. Free kick for Australia. 46th minute. Over the top. Header. Cleared away by Canada. Hesitation wasn't good. Shot. Save. Crepeau. Be a goal kick. Yeah, Ambrice went to Leon. He's back at Leon as he should be. He should have never left. But Toluca should do well in the Champions Cup with Turco. Like, Turco should do well in the Champions Cup with Toluca. Toluca should do amazing. Like, they're the best team in CONCACAF right now. Ball. You do that, the U.S. men's national team would probably be ass. Like, if you gave Texas and California their own national teams, the U.S. men's national team would be a waste of time. Do you realize that? Texas and California are honestly, the way the players are built and the number of players they get from Texas and California, I think you're making a mistake if you did that. US-17 versus Ecuador is kicking off. Hope USA wins. Throws in. Ball 3-2 on Gleyber Torres. Throw in. Canada. Headed on. Stolen. Canada still has it. Larea. And he strikes out. Runner went, and Gleyber Torres strikes out middle of the third. Seattle still has a 1-0 lead. 2 hits per team. Seattle has a 1-0 lead. Starting to realize it's probably going to be Seattle-Toronto. '50th minute. Playing forward, cleared away. Australia on the ball. Playing forward, Saliba has the ball. 50th minute. Playing forward. Saliba. Over the top. Header. Down. Ali Ahmed on the ball. I mean, yeah, if there were more national teams, there'd be more jobs. Yes, but does that make any sense? Like a 50 states each have a national team? Like some states couldn't even field one. Fill one. Maybe there's some regional ones and some that are just one full state. Like Cascadia could be a good regional national team. I mean, there technically is a Cascadia team if you really wanted to be real about it. But 52 minutes in. Shot, and Laren misses. Come on, man. Jamaica made an equalizer. Wait, what? They scored 2 goals? No, they didn't. There's only 1 minute left. Even if they scored 1, they still ain't going to score 2. It's 2-1. Cross in, unless they scored 1 after the other. Richard King scored the 2-1 goal. Header cleared away. Canada still dominating on offense. Goalie should catch it. He does. Unless goals count for 2. Salvador Panama starts in minutes. Playing forward. Jonathan David still has the ball. Ball crossed in, and that'll be cleared away and picked up by the goalie. 53rd minute. 0-0. Playing forward. Strikeouts. Skubal strikes out Crawford. Yeah, I'm still keeping an eye on the Seattle game. That's out for a throw-in for Australia. Play. Well, actually. But like that, maybe. Nothing. You've missed nothing. Canada's still dominating offensively, but they haven't scored yet. Australia's still playing Corsi football. Playing forward. Pressing heavily. Aiden O'Neill's strong defensively. Yeah, but one man can't change everything. But when Australia is basically just throwing everybody into the box when they're defending, yeah, no, that's pretty strong. Throw in for Australia, 55th minute. Strike. Oh, that's foul ball. Mark Carney's wearing a Canada jersey under his jacket. Well, you know what? Good for Prime Minister Carney. Good for him. 55th minute. Foul ball, broken bat. 55th minute. Playing forward. David plays it on for Buchanan. Tajon's look really good tonight. Goes off an Australian leg. Well, yeah, but either way. Playing forward. Struck out a Rosarena. Playing forward. Hope our team wins. Playing forward. Ali Ahmed has the ball. Picks it back up. Cross in. Brought down, and that's out for a goal kick. Is it just me, or is Randy Arozarena really quiet this October? Weirdly. Raleigh pops it up. 1-1 foul. Substitution, Miller's coming on for Australia, 57th minute. And Italiano's coming off. 3 subs for Australia. 57th minute. Jamaica goal got taken away. Well, wasn't even an equalizer anyways. Who cares? Rios. Canada needs to win here. To be honest, their next game's against a difficult opponent. I like our chances anyway against Colombia. 3-1. 57th minute. Pops it up. Foul. 3-2 full count for Cal Raleigh. '58th minute. Playing forward. Header cleared away. Ahmed goes overhead and clears it that way. Header out of the box and strikes out Raleigh. Skubal does. Still 1-0. Well, he struck out Raleigh. That is pretty good. Playing forward. 0-0. So 2-0 for Curacao. Canada has the ball, advantage played. Should he resign with NYCFC or go to Europe? I think O'Neal could do better with a year left in NYCFC or another year or so. Shot over the bar by Australia. Oh, I forgot to tell you, Seymour Reed's on the Jamaica roster for his international window. Somehow Tavon Gray didn't get called up. Also, Gray's contract is up this winter. Keep him. I don't see, honestly, keep him. Well, actually, no, I wouldn't mind if Toronto signed him. No, I think he'd be good if we signed him, yeah. Put him on the other side. Because Petretta's, well, oh, wait, no. Have him as a backup. That will work. That will work. Have him as a backup so when Richie's gone, he could play. And if Gomes gets hurt, he could play. And, yeah, okay, no. I wouldn't mind him being on the Toronto roster as a backup. Spot starter. Especially with a gold World Cup. Kone, I wouldn't mind. Shot save, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. 60th minute, 0-0. But I don't think he's coming out of MLS. I don't see him coming out of MLS. Playing forward. Okay, yeah, that's a good point. Australia, they're starting to figure things out. Here's a chance. Horribly missed and over the bar. Australia's starting to wake up here. Okay, that's not good. Okay, I guess we just got to keep an eye on it from the game center for now. Why isn't Canada putting in Promise David or Schaffelberg? I have no idea. We're just running with everybody. We haven't made a sub yet. Holy shit. I don't know why. 61st minute. Valencia scores on the USA. Enter Valencia. '61st minute. But Australia's making subs. And ground out for Riley Green. 1 out. Kirby Man is dealing. Kirby is dealing. Spencer Torkelson. Oh, here comes Schaffelberg and Promise David. Thank God. Heck, even Eustachio. Honestly, Eustachio's on the bench. What? Ecuador scores. You know what? No, I think having Eustachio against Colombia might be smarter. I think we're making the right decision here. Love Steven, but I think we're making the right decision here. Foul ball, 2-1. So Schaffelberg and Promise are coming on. For Ali Ahmed. 63rd minute. 0-0. Ali Ahmed for Schaffelberg. Please tell me it was Laren. Please tell me it was Laren. And Torkelson lines out, 2 out. Promise David. Header. Oh, Jonathan's still on. Good. We took Laren off for Promise. Good. And Buchanan's still on. So we do want to win this game. All right, good. Starting to lose control a little bit. 63rd minute. Starting to lose control a little bit of the game. Playing forward. Waiting for the foul, I guess, because good play by Cornelius. Waterman starting to lose a little bit of control of this game. Kone, and they lose it. Like, Australia's buzzing. Like, they're starting to buzz, I gotta say. Which is kind of crazy if you think about it, considering, I mean, I've put on a good bit of subs, but they're starting to buzz. They're starting to buzz. Playing for, oh! Basically just let himself get ran into. Smart play. Can you read my last two comments? Thank you for the $2, Daniel. NYCFC fans want Tavon Gray to go to the English Championship, League One, or Germany. I still don't think, if he went in like 2023, I think he would have been better off. I don't really think his demand is as high as it was a couple of years ago. I think he missed his opportunity. Hit by pitch, Keith. I think he missed his opportunity, at least for now. He could still build himself back up, but right now, yes. I think he missed his opportunity. Goalie picks it up, 65th minute goal kick. I think he missed his opportunity. He should have struck while the iron was hot a couple of years ago. Post 2021-22, he should have struck while the iron was hot there, and he didn't. And he's still got talent. I'm not saying he doesn't, but he's a very talented MLS player. He hasn't, whether that's because he plays for Jamaica, whether that's because nobody's really talking about him like they were, I think he missed his opportunity. He could rebuild himself, yes. I'm not saying he can't, but I think he's missed his opportunity. But again, I wouldn't mind him being on Toronto FC. I wouldn't mind him being on our squad. I think he'd be a good backup. He'd be a good backup. He'd be a good spot starter, especially if Lorea's gone at the World Cup, depending on the schedule runs next year. How many games he played during that period, or depending on injury. I would trust him. In my opinion, I would trust him, so there's no disrespect there. But I think he may have missed his opportunity. Sawah's a decent goalkeeper. I think he's a damn good goalkeeper. I think Sawah is awesome. Colt Keefe stole second base. Good for Detroit now. Bring him home. McKinstry up for Detroit. 66th minute. Playing forward. I think he's decent. He's not Gavrin. He's better. I'm not going to say he's equal. Playing forward, 67th minute. Huh? Playing forward. Playing forward is Canada. Chips through. Buchanan goes down the box. No penalty. This referee's a jackwagon. That's out for a goal kick. This referee's a jackwagon. CF Montreal actually has some talent. Canada, European merchants. Curacao, top of the group. No, they're friendly merchants. There's a difference. Whether you like to admit it or not. Yeah. CF Montreal has talent. Oh, they caught stealing second base, Colt Keefe. Okay, that makes sense. Chouanier for Saliba had some talent. And Luc de Fougereau's coming on for Canada. Saliba for Chouanier and Fougereau coming on as well. Think for Cornelius. That's interesting. Playing forward. Ooh. Playing forward. Cross in. Plays in. Shot. Save. Cleared. Man, I thought it was going in. Corner for Canada. Corner for Canada. Well, I mean, still, it's equal. What do you mean equalized? It's 0-0. What do you mean? You mean took the lead? Well, good for you, Daniel. I'm happy for you. Playing forward. I was joking about the fact that looked like it was so close, then just luckily didn't go in for Australia, if that's what you're joking about. Playing forward. That might have been the one. And that's out for a goal kick, 70th minute. I'm surprised that it didn't go in. I agree, though. Playing forward. Ball crossed in. Clear it. Goal! Australia scores! And a horrible mistake by Segor leads to an Australian goal. Iracunda scores. Oh, no. No. Oh, my God. Ugh. Oh, Lord. What are you doing? What are you doing, man? Segor, what are you doing? Like, he got freaking tackled from behind, and that was the goal. Like, just, that's an own goal. No, that's an own goal. Like, but he got tackled from behind. Like, he slid into his ankles. Dude, I don't even know if that could stand. What are you doing? That one could have been definitely avoided. Like, if there was VAR, like, he slid into his ankles. Like, shit. I wish VAR was a thing in this friendly. Like, what the hell? We just got rolled. Iracunda scores the goal. They're going to give it to him. Nestor Iracunda scores the goal. That just sucks. If we lose that way, that's horrible. He didn't even get the ball. He just slid to his ankles. And physics took care of the rest. How is that not a foul? How is that not a foul? Being unaware of your surroundings, though. Fair enough, but how is that a foul? Like, how is that not a foul? Like, yeah, he's unaware of his surroundings, but what are you doing? Like, allowing a guy just to basically chop somebody at the legs and just let physics basically cause an own goal. I don't know, man. I don't like that call. Like, if he got the ball, I'd be like, okay, fair enough. You should be aware of your surroundings. And still, I agree, you should be aware of your surroundings. But they're on our ass. Honestly, the second half, Australia has been absolutely buzzing. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. And Torre is off for Mitchell Duke. Yep, Mitchell Duke. Why do you have to do that, man? Like, that's like... I don't know, man. Canada's first half, they look like the better team. They look like they were... And now we're losing to Australia. He Vinnie Jones'd them. I mean, this Australian team's been buzzing the whole second half. Like, they've been better. This ref is horrid. Yeah, but it's a friendly. I mean, dude, I don't like the call. I feel like that's a foul. Yeah, you should be aware of your surroundings, but getting chopped at the legs is not a goal. Polanco nearly got him. Skubal must have hit right at the foul line. Skubal, man, the Mariners have his number. I got to say, I think it's going to be Seattle-Toronto. It's starting to look like it. Starting to look like Seattle-Toronto to me, to be fair. Well, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And we have a better record, but Seattle's damn good too. It's going to be interesting. They ain't fraudulent like the Yankees, I'll tell you that right now. I like our chances, but it's 50-50. Thank God we have home field. Thank God we have home field. Playing forward. David gets fouled. Free kick for Canada. Hey, at least thank you for the free kick there. I'm not so happy about how this game is going. Like Canada, but that's how Australia played it perfectly. They were playing a damn shell and then basically just buzzed on Segura out of nowhere, tackled him at the ankles. I'm blaming Crepeau for shit, by the way. Polanco striked out. He was swinging for one. Yeah, Polanco, he had 2 home runs off Skubal game too, right? He almost hit a third one, but he struck out swinging for another. Free kick for Canada. I want an equalizer. Detroit fans must be proud of their team. Yeah, they are. But they would probably love to go to the ALCS as well. Over the top. Header, and Waterman does not. Corner. Hey, Australia's, I mean, they're tough. They're tough. I'm pissed at the ref. I'm not pissed at Australia. Sometimes you got to work for one. Sometimes you got to be a little bit underhanded to score. Understandably. You clear that damn ball. Playing forward. Punched away. I don't know about you. I agree. Like this Iracunda dude, though, the guy who tackled Segura at the legs, I know he's playing at Watford, but what do you think about Suarez struck out swinging? To me, I mean, you know what? That dude would be a good MLS striker. That's the type of striker I like. Geez. Let's see. Left midfielder. He's a primary striker. I gotta say, Bayern Munich 2, Adelaide United, Grasshopper, Watford 2 goals. Man, the way this Iracunda kid plays, I gotta be real. That's if we're gonna have a striker, if Toronto needed a DP striker, that's the type of striker that I would pick. One who's playing in England right now and who's an absolute pest to the defenders. Like, dude's got speed for days. Dude's got speed for days. He's a little bit cheeky, and dude's on the defender's ass pressing wise. You know what? I respect it. Referee's a dumbass, though. If they called the pirate, yeah. If they called the pirate, yeah, that's the type of guy that I would want. That's the type of guy I would want as a DP striker. Perfect type of player. Perfect type of player. Just hope they don't boo him for that. Awesome. He's I like what I'm seeing. I remember. awesome. Like, I love the type of player that he is. I love that. And that would play in MLS. You know what? I'm gonna be real. Yeah. And Corbianu too. Jordy, we'll see. Well, I mean, the referee kind of screwed us, I won't lie. Iracunda basically just ran straight at Segura and just took out his legs and let physics do the rest. That should have been a foul, but you know what? Respect. He was pressing him and just slid out on him to get the goal, and physics did the rest. You know what? Respect. We were the better team for the first half. We should have scored, but Australia's basically played a damn shell. They've dumped everybody into the box defensively. Whenever we have a chance in and we held all that possession, they just dumped everybody into the box. The ball is going like it's impossible to get past them because everybody's in the box. Like, it seems like there's no room to pass the ball and even have a shot. So I'm not saying we played badly. I think we've been the better team for stretches, especially the first half. Second half, Australia started to build out of that shell. They've been pressing well anyway, but they've been buzzing in the second half. But we sort of got screwed. Corner or free kick for Chouanier. We sort of got screwed. So I'm mad at the ref. If we lose, I'm mad at the ref. But it's a friendly anyway. Australia is a solid team. Very solid defensively. Very, very solid defensively. And that's going to be cleared away and picked up by Larea. Very good defensively, and they got one against the run of play. And Waterman, there's a strike on McKinstry. 80th minute. And he just took one down the middle. Are you an idiot? Foul ball. 81st minute. But they're stepping up. I mean, they've had a solid game. I'm not even mad about it, really. 82 minutes. I'm more pissed about the Gold Cup still. I'm not even crashing out. Referee has made a dumb decision, though. In play outs. Swing at it and grounded out. PFP. 82 minutes. So it looks like top two teams in the AL are going to face each other for the ALCS, as you would sort of want it to. I mean, he's okay. I wouldn't say he's doing anything special. I mean, he's played well, but it seems to me it's more of them defending as a group. Like an amorphous blob. There's an amorphous blob. Like, they're really just defending as an amorphous blob. But he's part of it. Canada's going to be embarrassed big time. No. I don't want to go there. Like, the way the goal was scored, I don't want to go there. No. If they beat us like 3-4-0 or even 2-0 and they dominated us, okay, yeah, embarrassed. Scored on by a foul where that should have been called a foul, and the dude got fouled because, yeah, you should be aware of your surroundings. I understand that, but Australia were buzzing, but that was a foul. Okay. Yay. That's just amazing. Playing forward. Well, even if I wanted to watch the rest of the game, that's just sad, including the U.S. It's 1-0 Australia. 85th minute. Let's see if I could find the rest of this game. I'm legitimately pissed now. I guess they are. I don't care. It's a friendly one. Second of all, we choked. And that's a strikeout for the Tigers. 2 outs. Yep, they're not going to. Yay, it's going to be Seattle, Toronto. Yay, we're really amazing. I'll just watch. Forget it. We'll just keep it on Font Mob. There's a goal. Well, that's going to be sad. That's going to be sad if there's a goal. See, there's some on YouTube. George Kirby's on fire tonight. Colombia's dominant. If if you're confident, good luck. I'm confident. I think we're a good team. I think we could beat Colombia or at least draw them. I like our chances. We could lose, yeah. Look at Australia. We're losing to them, but I like our chances. '86th minute. I'm trying to really find this. Throw in for Australia. That doesn't help me. Because I lost the stream that I wanted to watch. Whatever. 87th minute, 1-0. That's Australian. I don't know. We'll see. For 5 minutes. Valencia got the goal for Ecuador. He's still kicking. Nope. Yepez. Of course. '88th minute. No. Oh, look at that. Yeah, no, I can't watch the rest of it. Stream. Hopefully Canada doesn't score then. Well, at least we aren't as bad as we were 11 years ago. 88th minute. And Parker Meadows struck out for the Tigers. So, we'll live with it. Because we got screwed. If that goal was a foul, it'd be 0-0. Well, it was a foul. The referee's a dumbass. As per usual. Every referee being a dumbass. Like, wow. Thank you, Fox. You suck, by the way. 89th minute. 1-0 Australia. Bottom 5. Fox, you suck. I lost my third-party stream, so we're just watching Font Mob for like the last 10 minutes. Hopefully Canada doesn't score then. But it looks worse. Well, I don't give a shit. That's what happens when Mark Carney comes to your games. Just saying. It is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. Perfect way to put it. 89th minute. But when you defend like Australia does, you know what? You deserve a 1-0. We couldn't find a way to put the ball at the back of the net. What do you want? Oh, Schaffelberg could have scored. '90th minute. Saved by Crepeau made a save. Good. How much stoppage time? How'd he miss that? Australian Paramount Plus? What are you telling me? I swear to God. There's no way it's on American Paramount Plus, though. It's Australian. Unless, I don't know. It would suck. We're going to win the World Cup. I know it's on Australian Paramount Plus, but American, though, I'd be surprised. But I'll check. Nope, just CONCACAF. World Cup qualifying. We ain't Australian. Yellow card for Richie Larea and a no-kneel. USA 1-0. Ecuador. No, he has a torn ACL, Alphonso Davies. He's going to be out until March. So, no, he ain't playing. But honestly, we play just as fine without him, so. '92 minutes. 1-0 Australia. He's still injured. Well, no, the first international break he'd be back would be March, but he'll be back by the turn of the year. He'll be back by the turn of the year. But not for Canada because their next international break would be December. Can't play in January. He will not come to the January camp. There's no way. There's no way Bayern would let that happen. No way. Eustachio, Jonathan David, Tenny Luache, Promise David. They have a pretty good squad. Still 0-0 between El Salvador and Panama. Right now, Spain. Ball. 95th minute. 0-1. This is the first Canada home loss in God knows how long. It's got to be a while. First Canada home loss in God knows. It's been a while. The Guadeloupe game was a draw. Oh, sir. Oh, Jamaica. Okay, yeah, our first home loss since Jamaica. At least it wasn't BMO. 2-0. Curacao just beat Jamaica 2-0. Okay, yeah, I know. Don't scare me like that. Five added minutes. Caught. End of the 5th. So this game should be over by now. Ugh. Toronto. Wherever. Top corner. National team's honestly better than my club team at this point. Just blow the whistle, damn it. How long? Nil-nil. Salvador, Panama, 31 minutes. Yep. Full time. Game's over. 0-1 Australia. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe, and know what it is. Tell your friends, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification one, subscribe. Send some chats on the live streams, comment on this video, put this in the playlist, share with friends and family, all that great stuff. I will see you within the hour for the review of this match. Tomorrow, we'll be live from Mexico versus Argentina in the U20 World Cup quarterfinals. That's a 6 p.m. game. Okay. Mexico, Argentina at 6 p.m. tomorrow. We'll be live for. I'll see you then. With that being said, I will see you later. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See ya.